Thank you very much, young William. That was very beautiful. How are you tonight, sir?
Good.
Okay. How you doing, Mr. Twinkie?
I'm all right, Toth. How are you?
Doing real good. How about you guys?
All right.
Cool. Tonight we have planned a very cool show for you. We have our band segment with The Shade. Yeah! The Shade. And some of the older audiences might remember him best. Does anybody remember the commercials that went, Sunday, 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 race fans?
Sure.
Jan Gabriel's here with us tonight. Let's give him a big hand. Currently hosting his own show, by the way. I doubt it's anywhere in competition with us because we are so low on the rating schedule. And, do we have anything else tonight here, Mr. Twinkie?
No, not I. I'm just, getting ready to mix a couple drinks back here. If you'd like one, let me know.
Okay.
Couple pina coladas. Get the show off right, if you know what I mean.
Bill, anything you need?
Nope.
You sure? You have something in your nose. That's new, isn't it?
It's a wart.
I've never seen a diamond wart.
I've polished it.
Oh, okay. Polished it to perfection.
Right.
All right, well, great. Well, we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back with Jan Gabriel. So I'll see y'all later. Thank you very much, Senor William. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome out Jan Gabriel.
Thank you. Yeah! How you doing? Great to see you.
Now, as I said before, you were in charge of those commercials that everyone
I was the guy who back in started 1962. Looking at this audience, most of your parents probably weren't born then. But in any event, 1962, there was a guy named Ben Criss. And he went out in the south side of Chicago and developed a dragway. And he called it US 30 because it was just off of Highway US 30.
Makes sense.
Made a really nice speedway. Anyways, he came to me and said, I want to run on Sundays and I want people to remember Sunday. So we went on the air and we said, US 30 drag strip, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Yeah! We're the great ones! Run, 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 run! And this audience, I don't know if, do you tell the people at home how many people are in here? There's 200 people in here tonight. If you've ever heard 200 people do Sunday, 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 we're going to do it for you right now. Are you, everybody ready? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday!
Race fans! Fantastic.
And Tony, where's Tony? Who's Tony? Do what you did.
We're the great ones, run!
We're the great ones, run, 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 run. Okay.
That's great.
All right.
All right.
Enough of all that.
So that was your big...
That was my big thing in the in the 60s and throughout the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah, because I heard it.
And then when US 30 went out of business, I went into monster trucks, you know. See Bigfoot! You know,
yeah.
Rack his axle!
Ow! So now, currently, in the present, you're doing a syndicated program on Channel 5, which is WMAQ.
Thank you. NBC Chicago.
NBC Chicago.
Right. And WNBC in New York and KNBC in Los Angeles and about 70% of the country. I have a half-hour television show called The Superchargers. It's fast cars and superstars. And what it is that for a half hour we do 3 basic stories. You see, everybody has a car story. Now, a lot of folks who are in here don't have cars yet, but a lot of you do. You will always, as you grow older in life, you will always remember your first car. If it was a piece of junk, or somebody gave you one, or your parents bought you a nice car, whatever the case may be, you'll always remember your first car. You'll have a lot of stories that attach to that.
I was born in a car.
See?
There you go. That's
Many
my
of you
first
guys
car
were born
story.
in a car.
Well, perhaps conceived. Perhaps conceived.
But anyways, we tell car stories. Let me give you a couple of quick examples. Tony Danza from Who's the Boss came on the show, and we took him to the Indianapolis State Park, Indiana State Park, where the Joey Chitwood Thrill Show was performing. And he actually got in a car and drove it up on 2 wheels for about 30 or 40 seconds.
With any help, or did he
he had a little help.
Okay.
He had a little help. So Tony Danza did that. Claude Akins, remember him, Sheriff Lobo, moving on, that guy? He's been on 11 times talking about trucks. He's into trucks, Hollywood trucks, sport trucks, etc. Don Johnson, Miami Vice. Everybody know him? Sure. Of course.
I got the Don Johnson stick going tonight.
Don Johnson is a superboat racer. He drives a 40-foot boat powered by 4 250 big block Chevrolet engines at over 130 miles an hour. He competes with people like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris...
Do they ever fight? Like,
no.
Okay.
No. It's a very gentlemanly sport, although it is a very dangerous sport.
Yeah.
So anyways, they race these big 40-foot boats. They're called superboats. And we went to San Francisco with both of those guys and did a show. So on and on the scenario goes. There's a lot of superstars that come on the program and tell their stories. Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson is a very knowledgeable guy on muscle cars of the 1970s. And he has a collection of 100 cars. Wow. He knows those cars. He knows a lot about engineering of the automobile and tells us great stories. So it's wonderful people sharing car stories. Yes, it's on Channel 5 here in Chicago. You got to look for it. It usually starts in July and goes maybe 3 or 4 months. Then they put one on every once in a while.
And it's Saturdays and Sundays
or Sunday afternoons. You kind of got to watch for it. Just remember the name of the Superchargers. So there you are. That's the show that we're currently doing. And it's very exciting. And the thing that's really exciting about it is it's our 10th anniversary. And most shows don't go 10 years, as you know. Thank you.
And right now, we're going to, if you don't mind, we'd like to take a look at a clip that you brought with us.
Want me to set this up for you?
Yeah, if you could set it up, that'd be great.
I do a lot of shooting in Hollywood. For our 10th anniversary, we just finished with Connie Stevens at Universal Studios, where Steven Spielberg was kind enough to give us the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Connie and I use the car, and we kind of drive around. Then through special effects, we fly the car to various places where we have been down through the past 10 years to do shows. And it's sort of a retrospective. Also, in Hollywood, I've shot with a lot of people just on the streets. One guy was Gallagher. How many people know Gallagher?
Sure.
Okay. Gallagher's a funny guy. He's kind of a realistic comic. I mean, he really gets into life and etc. So I asked him, I said, would you come on the show and do about 3.5, 4 minutes on the automobile? And he did, and this is what it looks like.
All right.
Hi, gang! Welcome to the streets of Hollywood. Today we're going to be asking the big mysteries of the automotive world, like why aren't there watermelon cars? They make a roll bar on a car. You'd think they'd make something that you could roll over. That watermelon not only rolls over, it sets world records. Let's jump 4 school buses. Wasn't that more fun, gang? I wonder why they don't build a car like that. Well, it's a mystery. Well, I don't know why they don't put a big mirror on the front end of a car so you can see around the bush at the corner and don't have to hang your motor out in the intersection. Why don't they do that? It's a mystery. Why don't they hang your old tires around a car like a tugboat so people could bash into you and not hurt the finish? Why don't they do that? It's a mystery. Well, why not put a horn light up on top of the car so when you honk the horn, it leaves the light on and people know who's mad? Why don't they do that? It's a mystery. You know the people you get mad at, too. They're the ones going over the overpass with the turn signal on. Boy, I think Detroit ought to connect the turn signal with the wheel so it blink a couple of times and then turn the wheel and make those people commit to a decision. You know the ones I'm talking about. They're the ones leaning forward in the car going uphill. Yep, I'm telling the truth. It's those people with a compass on the dashboard that don't know where they're going. We need to get them off the road. How they got a license, I don't know. It's a mystery. Now, how about making these truck drivers drive from in front of the grill work so they won't run up on our back end so much? Why don't they do that? It's a mystery. And why not spend all of our defense money on making campers with a missile on top, kind of ICBMWs, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile Winnebagos? Boy, wouldn't the Russians be afraid of us out for the weekend with a 6-pack and a Polaris? Let's do it, gang. Why not? It's a mystery. I like a big car. It's America. When I see them Americans driving them rice-burning cars, I think to myself, you could have had a V8. Then I saw a Love truck, but then it wasn't made for love. It didn't have heavy-duty shocks. It didn't have windshield wipers on the inside. It didn't have a steering wheel made out of Nerf. What about this, gang? A pants leg and a shoe. You could hang this out the door of your car. It's kind of a diversionary tactic. You like that? You've seen the sign, baby on board. Here it is. There's that baby on board. You know, I wish I had a rubber stick-em dart gun. Every time I see somebody driving stupid, I could just hang out the window of my car and shoot them in the trunk, and it would stick there with a little sign that said stupid on it. Then when the cops come by and see a car with about a dozen of these on the back end, he just pull them over and give them a ticket for being stupid. Why don't they do that? It's a mystery. Hi, gang. Well, it's time to wrap it up. Whatever it is, it's a pile of trash. It's a car cover. It's a way of you getting a good parking space when it says no parking. You just put a pile of trash in there. It's also a way of keeping the bank from repossessing your car. You just roll her up. Well, I wish I could stay all day, but got things to do.
That was from a Supercharger episode called "It's a Mystery."
That was pretty hard to figure out. So, currently in production for you?
I think I told you earlier, we just finished with Connie Stevens at Universal Studios in Hollywood.
So that's...
which is a tour everybody should take. And let's see what else. Oh, we're going to take... anybody know Frankie Avalon? Ever hear of Frankie Avalon?
Sure.
Okay, all right.
You got to know all the great ones.
Frankie Avalon is going to be with us at MGM Disney in 2 weeks to do a show called Movie Cars. They have a backlot filled with movie cars, such as all the cars from Dick Tracy's movie.
Okay.
You know, all the different colored old cars and things like that. So we tell people how these cars are prepared for the movies. We show them multiple cars and how multiple cars work. We show them how car crashes take place and things of that nature. So that's coming up. What else is coming up? Reggie Jackson will be back with us again this year to help celebrate our 10th anniversary. We're talking about the electric cars. Here's something. Your generation will all be driving electric cars, rest assured.
Here comes our friend. How you doing tonight, Mr. Twinkie?
What's up, Toth?
I just wanted to tell you, to interrupt Mr. Gabriel's story about electrical cars was not very nice.
Yeah, well, I don't care. I'm not very nice.
Well, we all know that.
He looks familiar.
Hey, didn't I see you out at Santa Fe Speedway?
That's where I saw you from, you person, you. I remember you. You used to wreck cars out there.
Well, you know, after a couple beers, I'll do anything.
He was known as Mr. Disposition.
Right, well,
They called you Nasty. Didn't they call you Nasty?
Yeah.
Nasty. I remember you.
Nasty Twinkie.
I'm nasty because this world sucks, Gabriel, huh?
Ooh, tough.
Nasty
So what's up?
Twinkie.
Ooh.
How are you today?
I'm doing fine. I was doing all right till you got here.
Wow.
Now I'm a little on shaky ground here. You got a nice audience, you got a great host, wonderful music, a great crew, and then you show up.
Finally, someone sees the light. Now you know
What's your story? What are you even doing here?
You gotta have a couple pina coladas.
With you?
Hey, shut up, I'm talking. You gotta have a couple pina coladas and, you know, kind of mellow out. I've had a couple already. And I'm watching I Dream of Jeannie down there. And it just kind of makes me angry. I can't have my own Jeannie, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
She did everything Larry Hagman wanted.
Everything.
Well, I don't know. I didn't see that.
We didn't see all of it, but, you know, the show is only a half hour long.
And you can't do much in a little bottle.
He can. He can. You can do a lot with a little bottle. Well, Mr. Twinkie, what do you You ever raced cars or anything before like that?
Well, no, like I said, I've been out to the races. You know, I've been to Indy, I've been to Santa Fe. I like Santa Fe a little better. A lot of, you know, they kick up the dust out there. You get some of that in your mouth. You wash it down with a couple of buds.
Mr. Twinkie, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
This is a question that I've asked every famous race driver from Richard Petty to A.J. Foyt, okay?
Right.
I've asked them all this question. Tell me about your first car.
Well, my first car was a Pacer.
See? Now, everybody has a car story. His is a Pacer.
A green AMC Pacer.
Right, and we know what that says about you.
Well, I like the windows in the back so everyone could see me and the chicks back there. You know what I mean? Big hatchback back there.
Woo!
Well, it was nice having you on the show, though. Thanks for coming by, and that's about all I have to say.
Well, good. I'm glad that's all you have to say.
I want to go see Jeannie in her little bra.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Twinkie. Go back and don't come back again. Well, again, I apologize. I tried to forewarn you.
A little interaction there.
He's a little rude and a little testy, but I guess when you get to be 107 or whatever that.
He's 107 now.
Who knows? He stopped counting after 43, so he's. Who knows? So, Mr. Jan Gabriel, is there anything else that you would like to tell us about?
I would like to wrap it up simply by thanking this wonderful audience. Give yourselves a nice hand. And just remind everybody this summer to watch for us on WMAQ Channel 5, where they have, of course, the #1 news with Carol Maureen and Ron Majors.
Sure.
And it is really.
Baskerville, too.
And Steve,
that's Channel 2.
That's Channel 2.
Bill just likes the weather. He doesn't care what channel it's on. He likes the weather.
Well, that's great. Now it's a cable situation here, right? He probably watches the Weather Channel
all day long.
Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't do too much else. So.
Well, anyways, that's my pitch, and I thank you for having me on the program.
Jan, thanks a lot for coming out. I hope to see you again sometime real soon. Jan Gabriel, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Be right back with the Shade.
Hello, welcome back to Color TV, and tonight we have with us the wonderful band, The Shade. And tell me, guys, who is The Shade?
Well, I'm Ron Ryden, write and sing, play guitar. It's Tony Millenkamp, Sean Jeff, and Doug Jensen.
All right, sounds great. And you'll be playing?
Out of It is the name of the song.
And that's an original?
It's original composition.
Great.
Yes.
All right, well, here they go. that was the Shade, and that was great. Out of time, way to go. And we'll be right back with more Color TV.
All right. This is what I call a cool coat. What do you think of this coat here, Mr. Twinkers?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's that leather. It's got that rough look on you there, too.
You look real fat. I meant skinny.
Oh, skinny, sure. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. That's a great compliment. I'd love to get a compliment. Okay. Well, we're going to say goodbye. Mr. Twinkie, can you say goodbye?
Get the hell out of the studio!
And we'd like to thank the Jan Gabriel for coming out. Can we give Jan Gabriel a He kind of threw that whole show into autopilot for me. I just hung back and let him take his stuff. And the Shade, a great band, the Shade, who's playing March 6th at the Avalon. If you're watching it before March 6th, go see him. If you'll see it after, sometime in like 1993. It was in 92. So, let's Shade again. And I want to thank Doug from the Shade for letting me borrow his Ultra Suede coat. Twinkie, do you have anything to say before we go?
No, but I'd like to offer everyone out in the audience a pina colada if they'd like. I'm making them down here. My kind of audience.
All right, Twinkie. And, oh, I'm not in the camera anymore. I just want to show you how cool this coat was. And if any chicks want my number, or perhaps a date with the star, thank you for coming to Color TV. We'll be back next time with more fun and entertainment for you.